No dobra, no to odpalamy. A, bo to widzicie, matko się zawiesiłem, tak patrzę na moje sobie. Ej, czemu tu widzicie? Bo to jest tak ustawione. Ciekawe, czy jak zawsze będą problemy z audio. No, podejrzewam, że mogą być. Mówię, że będą, ale mogą. O kurde. It is time.
Hello and welcome to the Madness at the Darkmoon Faire card reveal live stream. My name is Chris and I'll be your host today. I'm joined by two.
Ja tam chyba muszę im Akademię Streamu wysłać, żeby się nauczyli wreszcie te streamy robić. To takie ciche.
Doing fantastic, Chris. Thank you very much. Hope you're doing well.
Doing great, man. Doing great. Wish we were in the flesh, but you know, virtual works too. Great to have you back again. Folks, we're also joined by Hearthstone game designer John McIntyre. Johnny Mac, tell the folks at home how you doing.
I am wonderful, Chris, because today we get to show off cards, which is the
Ten
best
ziobek jest
part
dwa razy
of
głośniej
any
od tego
release, right?
Chrisa.
It's pretty great. Card reveal season without cards would be pretty bad. So, but folks, we got 38 brand new cards to unveil to you. 38. We know you're super excited to see them, and
Dostałem
we're
dzisiaj
super stoked to
refounda
unveil
z
them to
7
you. But
kont,
before we do
zbanowali
that,
multiboxing,
we're
więc nie
going to
mogę z
do
nich
a quick
korzystać.
recap of things that we've
200
announced over the last couple
Serio?
of weeks.
Blizzard tak zrobił?
And just
O
prep you for
kurde,
things that are
szacun.
coming in the next week. Now, let's start out with the obvious. Madness at the Darkmoon Faire. So, John and Crip, if you could, for the folks at home, just detail some of the things that they can expect with the upcoming expansion.
Yeah, so Madness at the Darkmoon Faire takes place at a magical carnival, and old gods are there, wreaking havoc and corrupting it. And corrupt is actually our new keyword. This is a keyword with cards with corrupt upgrade in hand after you play a card that costs more. You get to see the art transform. It's usually something from the fair suddenly becomes all twisted and evil and old gaudy. We also have the 4 old gods actually returning. They are 10 mana neutral legendaries, and they each drive a different deck archetype and play a little differently from class to class. But if you're nostalgic about the original old god effects, we have the artifacts of old gods. These are 4 spells, and they're all sort of throwbacks to the original old god designs. So we have Jewel of N'Zoth, which is an 8 mana hunter spell, which says resurrect 3 friendly Death Rattle minions that died this game. So really excited for these mechanics and can't wait to show how they actually play today.
Well, I can't wait to actually be the one playing them today. So we'll check out. We'll do a few games. And yeah, it's no secret. Whispers of the Old Gods was my all-time favorite expansion in Hearthstone. Just building up a whole deck to that huge payoff. Well, I guess I'd get to relive that whole experience again and maybe even like
W ogóle pokazali kartę Ketuna? Bo gdzieś mi migła, ale jej nie
Even
widziałem.
more to announce, isn't there, Chris?
Oh, lots more to announce. And I got one word to describe all of that, and it's madness.
At the Darkmoon Faire.
Yes, you did it. Thank you, John. Appreciate you for entertaining that fun joke. That was a callback to the Hearthside chat with Dave and John, folks. So, yeah, there you go. Well, next up, we've got Hearthstone Duels. We're going to talk about some of the things coming your way for this brand new game mode. Now, if you're not aware of what Hearthstone Duels is the brand new game mode that we just announced. It is a collection-based mode that mixes dungeon run fun with head-to-head competition. So PvP dungeon run with your friends sounds pretty awesome, and it's pretty great. Now, with the infographic that we've got showing up on the screen now, we can detail the differences between early access and what's coming to you on November 17th. So let's run through it. So first off, November 17th is Duels Season 1. This is beta launch. So that's the biggest difference. But in early access right now, when you start off a run and you choose your class, you get 1 hero power and 1 treasure and a couple of sets to build your deck around. Now with Duels Season 1, aka beta launch, you'll have 2 hero powers, 3 treasures, and some new sets to choose from, along with Heroic Mode joining the fray. Now, Heroic Mode's very much like Arena to the extent where you pay gold or real money in order to start a heroic run, and based off of how well you do, you reap the rewards. So if you hit the 12-win cap, that's a lot of cool rewards. I like cool things, so do you. This is awesome. Now, one thing I do want to specify with the sets that are detailed below, November 12th, tomorrow, Whispers of the Old Gods is going to be joining Hearthstone Duels. So Madness at the Darkmoon Faire joins the fray on the 17th. Whispers of the Old Gods will be joining tomorrow. along with one other pretty big thing that you all have been asking for a long time, which is progression and achievements. That will be launching tomorrow, November 12th, with that Madness at the Darkmoon Faire patch. So there's a lot of really cool things coming your way. But again, Duels, super excited. We hope you all are as well. Lots of cool things coming for that. Now, one other thing I do want to cover before we get into those 38 gameplay reveals, these brand new cards for you, we've got our pre-launch party. Now, this is something we've never done before and something I know I'm personally super stoked about. The whole goal with the pre-launch party is this. It's to rally around you, our community, and bring you closer to theory crafting live streams and pre-release weekend than ever before. And it's your chance to win a slew of free goodies. We've got Twitch drops, which grant Madness at the Darkmoon Faire card packs. We've got mega bundle codes. We've got gifted subs to your favorite content creator channels. It's nutty. It's great. So it actually starts today. So right after this card reveal live stream, you can head to the Hearthstone subreddit, where there is going to be a deck list submission contest for theory crafting live streams. Works like this. You build your favorite deck, including at least 10 Madness at the Darkmoon Faire cards. You submit that to that thread, and you list out a couple of your favorite content creators you'd like to see play that deck.
Kurde.
From there, you all as the community vote on the top 20 decks that you would like to see in these theory crafting live streams. And then the top 20 most upvoted winners not only get a mega bundle, but they also get to see their deck played live by their favorite content creators. Pretty cool, right? So that's starting today, that contest, right after the stream. Then we're going to be kicking off even more action tomorrow with theory crafting live streams. Now, there's two things I do want to point out. Number one, Twitch drops are happening during theory crafting live streams. And again, I just said they're for Madness at the Darkmoon Faire card packs. Pretty cool, right? You watch some stuff, you get some free things, bada bing, bada boom. Now, number two, for theory crafting, we've been listening to your feedback and we really appreciate it. We're actually making a format change. As I just mentioned with the deck list submission contest on Reddit, any participant in theory crafting is now required to have 10 Madness at the Darkmoon Faire cards. This is to make sure that things still feel fresh on launch day. So we hope you enjoy that format change. Keep the feedback coming. Thank you so much. Now, there's a lot of stuff that we've thrown at you. I've got one more little thing that I forgot to mention with Duels, and then we're going to get right into those cards. I know you're itching for them. November 12th through 16th is actually a free weekend to try out Duels. If you've never played before because you did not pre-purchase and you don't want to wait until the 17th, November 12th through 16th, you can get your hands on Duels for free. It's a free week, so it's going to be great. But we got 38 brand new cards to unveil. I threw a lot at you. We're about to throw some more at you. John and Crip, I'm going to give it to you all to take it away. Chalky's waiting in the other wing to take his vengeance on Crip. But hope you all enjoy these 38 brand new cards, and I'll see you at the end of the stream.
You guys really like to push me to play the face game, huh?
Yeah, well, I think it was Hunter versus Demon Hunter as well, and Chris was giving us a bit of a hint with Chalky wanting that vengeance.
Za jeden na jeden discover a secret.
Mystery winner.
One drop.
And Inconspicuous Writer. Okay.
Yeah.
So Battlecry, discover a secret.
Yeah. That seems really good.
Zatrzymany, 2 na 2, dobierz kartę I zagraj kartę.
Let's just keep the whole thing, yeah.
Great.
Tour guide. No, we'll play the winner on one, so we can throw the tour guide. We just want one drop on one. So the mystery winner is going to let us not just have like something to play on turn one, but we're going to have a follow-up because Hunter Secrets cost 2. Let's see how this works here, and maybe we can actually see some new cards as well. Maybe? Okay, maybe not. Okay, fine, whatever. Let's go for snakes. Who doesn't love snakes, right? Now let's check out this other new card here, Inconspicuous Writer. Cast a secret from your deck. Neutral.
To jest mega dobre.
We're getting pretty good value, but
Umaga.
Mage is getting
Za 3 dobierz kartę, zagraj kartę za 3, nie?
Revival options for this
What the fuck?
type, aren't they?
Yeah, we love a card like this that's a neutral and can...
Nie, no teraz będzie pełno sekretów w becie, ja pierdolę.
Mage, Rogue, and Hunter.
Nienawidzę sekretów.
All great options for a card like this.
Siemandero.
I think even
Lepszy Mad
Paladin would be
Scientist, a jeden ma na droższy.
Typically, you know, Paladin needs a lot of help for secrets to see a lot of play, but you draw and play the card. You get the 2-for-1. It's not just drawing the card. This casts it from your deck. The draw and play effect is one often players underrate.
So
Nie,
we've
ten
got
ziomek od
bow,
sekretu jest
we've
mega
got
dobry.
Rider.
Do paladina do bani, wiadomo, ale do roga i do maga jest imba.
Maybe I should have gone for the Rider. I don't know. Whatever.
Okay, we'll just start getting some damage on that battlefield. Fiend.
Yeah, I think it's gonna get pretty annoying. I figure if
Nie,
I play
kursora nie
the
ma.
Rider,
Gdzie jest
I can get the Snake Trap to probably
Tak, to
trigger,
pierwsza
and
gra.
maybe the snakes can take care of the Battle Fiend.
Yeah.
I don't have to take too much damage for it. Maybe it's a bit optimistic. We'll see. We also know that cards that pull secrets from your deck, they can't pull secrets you already have. So I guess we'll get something that's not Snake Trap and something that probably a lower chance of Freeze Trap, as we already drew one. You know, we never actually know what's in these decks, and we got to keep an eye out for our opponent too, because I imagine we might see some new Demon Hunter cards as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Oh, another new card.
Of which?
Relentless Pursuit. So give your hero +4 attack and immune this turn. It's sort of a flexible tool. You can use it as removal, or you can just go face as Chalky is doing to us.
Let's see what we're gonna get. Oh, what's this? Open the cages. When your turn starts, if you control 2 minions, summon an animal companion. Huh.
So this is gonna go great with our Snake Trap.
I think you might be a bit too
tak jest.
optimistic about how those snakes are gonna make it to the next turn. But we'll see. We'll see.
To jest takie se imo,
Alright. I
bo
like that,
potrzebujesz
but
tą kartę, żeby się
that
triggerowało.
certainly favors playing like death rattly things, I imagine. Like usually if you're playing a more fast-paced or a face hunter deck, you're not going to often have too many cards on the board, like your opponent's constantly clearing them.
Co sądzę na razie?
Right.
Spoko.
And once we get a second minion out, Chalky's gonna be forced to either attack and attack one of our minions to deny the open the cages, but that'll proc the Snake Trap. So this is probably just guaranteed, unless he does some AoE.
O
Once we
matka,
get
to
a
jest
second
dobre.
minion on the board.
Wow, that's a
Za
really
2-2
strong
na
card.
3
Pretty
roście,
sure 2-3
kuźwa, jak
is
zagrywasz
a good enough
kartę.
stat line to see play. We've seen over the years in Hearthstone.
Wiadomo, że
It's just good enough. It has a small ability.
after you
When you
play an outcast card.
you gain +1,
Wiadomo, że
+1.
wyjątkową kartę, a nie dowolną,
Interesting
ale i
stuff.
tak kozackie.
Ooh. Oh, it's always Huffer, right? Is there actually a chance that is there actually a chance for the other animal companions, or is this hard coded to be Huffer in this situation?
Well, it's always Huffer, so it's always hard coded. No, it can be any of the animal companions. Obviously, a old version of this, it actually triggered
Co
on
to
your
jest to?
opponent's turn. One thing that we learned is you don't really care about having charge on your opponent's turn, so we changed the condition to go to your turn.
Okay, I'm thinking that we still kind of play a bit of a control situation here, but I don't.
So
Alright, fine,
we can play a secret. Oh, okay. If we play a secret, we can get two 3/3s out, which is great tempo. But
Oh, I was gonna be much more greedy about that.
okay, we can go for something flashier. Do we Rider with the leftover minion?
I like guaranteed minions here. Let's see what we're gonna get. We got another snake trap. Oh yeah, because we discovered the first one. That's also the beauty of that card, isn't it? You
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna let him have that, and I'm gonna see
Dzień dobry.
about perhaps freezing it the turn after.
Kryptomistrz tej gry, co
It
macie?
is a threat that can grow.
Nie wiem, może i mistrz.
But we do have
Yeah.
that freezing trap to deal with it eventually. Yeah, so
Okay.
what was it? Mystery Winner.
To jest
was that
karta
one
z
drop
efektem.
that
Nie, to jest
discovered
karta,
secret.
która ma
In an old
outcast, ale nie
version,
musi
it
być
just
chyba
generated
grana,
a random secret, but we
Oh.
find
że
that
outcast się
secrets
triggeruje,
are
musi
always
mieć
more
outcast
interesting
napisane
when
na
decisions,
karcie.
because there's more gameplay there where you're thinking like, what would your opponent have discovered in this situation? What's good in this situation? And there's always mind games there too.
Whoa! Throne Glaive, how about that?
What?
Rip all the
Great
snakes and
situation.
everything.
Throw glaive, yeah.
Ja pierdolę.
5 thrown blades. Oh my.
It's a 5-mana consecrate.
O, to jest nowe.
It's a really flexible removal card, right?
After this attacks and kills a minion, excess damage hits the enemy hero.
O, trample.
Okay.
Yeah, great if you're gonna like hand buff it. Maybe if we had pulled it with Scavenger's Ingenuity.
Trample z
Also just like
myzyka.
a solid tempo piece.
Yeah, I think I'm going to hold back the weapon hit because I might want to clear something to set up a better freeze trap. I think next turn we're going to do a big secret turn. I can do 2 secrets and the petting zoo for 3 3/3s.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, What's our secret up again?
So we have another snake trap here. And
Snake
yeah, we're
trap.
talking about that because once you start going north of 2 of... this is I believe this card was revealed just a few days ago. So it copies the left and rightmost cards in your hand. It's really powerful, but if you're paying attention to what cards are being played, you kind of know what they are. So it's not like draw 2 because you don't know what your opponent has. It's like copy them, which it can be very good for synergy and combos, but...
Right, so they just played Zai, and then they played an outcasted I-Beam. So we actually know they have an I-Beam.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of interesting.
Now, I can't play the Snake Trap because it hadn't triggered.
Right. If we phase Stalker, we can pull our other Open the Cages, their hero power.
We still get pretty good Petting Zoo here.
It's a 3-mana 9/9. You can't be too sad.
I'm going to go for the clear here. We got a snake, and then, yeah, the Open the Cages now. Oh, I thought there may have been even more secrets in the deck. Now, okay, back to the Throw Glaive. We have a different dynamic here. It's not just about what's going to work in Constructed. People are going to be using these cards a lot in the Duels format. Throw Glaive is going to be crazy in Duels. It's going to be unbelievable, right? Because, if you have the spells cost 1 less, it's literally, with just that card, you kill anything for 0 mana.
Right. So it only comes back to your hand if you got the kill. So if they have like a 6/6 out, you got to do some sort of puzzle there to get it back to your hand.
Your outcast cards cost 1 less. 3 for a 3/4 is pretty good stat line. And mana discounts are always something that people are trying to sneak into decks.
Yeah, we see a little bit of an outcast package there, right? With Redeemed Pariah that grows whenever you play an outcast card, and this card that just makes it easier to cycle. And actually had a sweet combo with Zai, where you can copy some of those outcast cards just so that you have a full engine going.
Okay, well, our health is approaching pretty low numbers here. I'm not particularly happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to get a little bit of value off of my freeze trap, but that is a bit tricky to do. Let's see if I can do this here.
Right, and then maybe we phase Stalker, which will probably pull a freezing trap if we have one in our deck.
Even if it doesn't.
Or we just play ours.
Well, okay, what I'm thinking is we might want to save ours, because I don't know what other secrets are in this deck.
Oh, Pack Tactics. Okay, great.
Okay,
now
so
we just
now
play
we can
the
play
freezing
the freeze
trap.
trap.
I think we go face here, right? Like we're on a time right now.
We kind of need this game to end because we're at 12 health right now. I think
it's
this is the
gonna
point
end
where we
one
can make
way.
a stand.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true. It's gonna end. It's gonna end. Yeah. All right. Now, I've mostly draw 2. If you played both, draw 2 more. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, this is playing off. If you remember, Stilt Stepper. That was that minion.
Ja
draws a card and you can play it that turn.
Arkaditerek z bufem,
This is playing
kuźwa.
with us more. We're sort of like experimenting. Demon Hunter's still relatively new. What are like Demon Hunter specific mechanics that we could find and sort of help find their identity or expand their identity?
It's really interesting because like the most well-known card draw card in the whole game is it's Arcane Intellect, right? And this is just a better version of it. But it reminds you that the different values for doing things in Hearthstone are not equal among the classes. So Mage has a good amount of card draw, but Demon Hunter has a lot of card draw, right? So for them, it has to be a pretty good card draw card to compete.
Yeah. And classes have different strengths and weaknesses, so you're not going to find a fireball in Demon Hunter.
Okay, well, this is starting to look a bit better here. I think we want to just protect our Leok as much as possible.
So we've got 16, 19 damage on board, so we have to clear.
Fine, I'll do some damage on the Phase Stalker. And that, no more secrets, but...
Right, and then maybe put the Leok into the 1/1? Because
I think so.
It maintains a lot of damage on board. That's true. They do still have that I-Beam.
I think I want him to really pay for using the I-Beam to kill the Leok here. And I imagine that Chalky probably doesn't know that we don't have any extra burst. Okay, maybe it does. I never know what information goes into these decks. Like, does Chalky know we have like no or 2 kill commands or something like that?
Chalky built the decks, so we're both playing blind.
All right. Yeah, look at that card
it's rigged,
draw.
just like a fair game, right?
Makes sense.
Let's
But
draw!
we've got 2 brains. That helps a little bit. Oh, okay, cool. So this is our first outcast weapon for Demon Hunter. It just deals 1 to all enemies. Yeah, all enemies. It's 3 mana. Yeah.
That's a really powerful card, especially for constructed. But what I wonder is, so if you've played duels against Demon Hunter, they really love that lifesteal weapon, and I think it shows up in the buckets a ton. Now, if this starts showing up in the weapon buckets for Demon Hunter, it might make it so not every single weapon played by Demon Hunter has lifesteal on it.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, just refreshing. Oh, Knife Fender. Deal 4 damage to both heroes. So we have a couple of vendor cards in neutral that do something to both players.
So,
No w tym momencie całkiem dobre, nie? Tak walnie za 4 jak masz 2
as it
życia.
turns out, we
Why
do
not?
get to kill a player on our turn. Just, you know.
An honorable death.
Maybe not exactly the one we expected to. That's a really cool card, though. You have to think about it. A lot of people see games as like win or lose, but setting up a tie situation is actually really fun and strategic a lot of the time. All right, let's have a look at some of these cards here. What do we got here?
Before we get into this, we have a QR code below me. You can scan this, and it will send you to the decks that we were actually playing on a web page. And from there, you can look at the decks. You can also copy the deck code into Hearthstone on your collection manager if you want to play these decks when the set actually launches.
5-5 rasz, kurwa, bestia, która wali jeszcze po Herosie.
Let's have a quick gander at
Kobry
these
nie
cards
było.
here. Dancing Cobra. That's a 2-cost 1/5. Oh, we didn't see this one. So this is like a new stat line. I don't think we have 1/5. Do we have one? Maybe we do. Not to see too much play, at least. And the corrupt gives it poisonous. So if you're not too well versed, we didn't actually play any corrupt cards in that match. So corrupt, I believe, triggers when I haven't corrupted personally a single card of my own. Well, maybe in the next few games. I believe corrupt triggers when you play a card that costs more than it. So if you play like a 3-cost card, this just has the corrupted effect. And as you mentioned, the card art is that right?
Yeah. So this card will have to be in your hand. So there's a bit of decision there. Do you want to play this on 2, or wait till turn 4 or later to give it that poisonous?
Okay, not bad. And then we got Open the Cages. We did see that one. Mystery Winner, excellent 1-drop. Trampling Rhino. The 5/5 rush with excess damage. So buffing this might be a pretty good idea, huh? Have you seen any particularly large ones in testing?
They're usually just like 7/7s with Scavenger's Ingenuity or Don't Feed the Animals, which is the new hand buff corrupt card.
And yeah, we ended up seeing the other 2 neutral cards as well. But neutral cards, they're a bit of a different wonder because, you know, they're neutral. You can play them in all the different classes. So Knife Fender, for example, is probably a card a lot of decks are going to think about putting in if they're just going to try to rush down their opponent very quickly.
Yeah, it's a very meta-dependent card because in a aggro mirror, like we just saw, it can be a downside, but against more controlling decks, it gives you sort of the advantage.
All right, well, let's have a look out of Chalky's Demon Hunter deck. Did we miss any? Oh, there's Acrobatics.
No, we got to see all of them. So Acrobatics, it's really hard to trigger. Chalky wasn't able to trigger. It kind of, if you're just throwing it in a normal tempo deck, it's almost like an Omega card where you need to have a lot of mana up in order to trigger it, or you build a whole deck around it, and there's these really cool archetypes where they're wisps.
Zgadzam się, że to jest ciężkie do striggerowania, ale to jest zbyt mocne.
You're just going through your deck and doing a bunch of small stuff. And that's
bo jeżeli się tego nie striggeruje, to jest normalny arkaniterek, czyli karta, która jest grana od samego Hearthstone'a.
We have the QR code, and
Git.
I don't think it looks like
A
it updated.
jeżeli
but
to
if
striggerujesz, to
update,
masz dwa
it's hard to
Arcane
notice the
Interacty.
change.
Tam
But
powinno być, dobierz jedną
Yeah, so if
kartę
you want to try
dodatkową, a nie
this
dwie.
deck out in the deck builder, save it up, and drop it in your client when it's live, you can try the exact decks that I played and Chalky was playing against. Designed by Chalky himself, we were told. But yeah, it seems a lot of the Demon Hunter cards that we just saw in this stream, they're outcast related, which should be very interesting. Again, for duels, in duels we see the whole like weapon theme being pushed like crazy to a point where you rarely see any players playing outcast cards at all. So this might just be like a completely new way to take on Demon Hunter in that mode even.
Yeah, and like
To
I
powinien
said,
być
we're
epic.
still, there's lots of room to explore.
Epic
the
ma tylko
identity of
znaczenie,
the
Rarity ma
monsters.
tylko znaczenie na
We're
arenie,
playing a little
to
bit with
nie ma
Outcast.
żadnego.
All right, cool. Well, let's get into our
A
next
nawet
game
nie,
here.
na arenie nie
We
ma
are
znaczenia, nie ma w
checking
ogóle
out the new
znaczenia ten
Rogue,
Rarity do niczego.
And then we are going to see Chalky playing Priest. All right. And if you guys do want to check out these cards in detail, you guys can check them out on the website. So, okay, fine. We'll go over new cards in a second. But yeah, if you want to check out just the new cards, they should be up as soon as possible on the official website. It's playhearthstone.com/cards. And you'll see, oh, we're playing a Cthulhu deck.
We're a Cthulhu. I love this deck. This is a really fun deck. Cthulhu Rogue
Okay.
is really interesting.
Let's have a really slow turn one. So what is
Okay.
a safety inspector? Let's see, 1 mana,
Yeah.
1/3. And you battle cry. So when you play, shuffle the lowest cost card from your hand into your deck to draw a card. I don't know if I want to drop like the Wand Thief right now. That's
Yeah, we can just
Takie
spare a
sety
cap
jest.
if we want.
To jest mega dobre, nie? Za 2 dobierz 2.
Before we run out of time.
okay.
And then we also have Swindle, right? Which is draw a spell, combo, draw a minion. So
Ooh,
draw
it's a
spells
targeted
really,
draw.
yeah, it's really interesting whenever you have draw spell effect because it can
Jeden
help you
trzy
tutor
draw a
these
card.
pieces of Cthulhu.
Nie.
So as a
Speaking
reminder,
of which,
Cthulhu, at the start of the game, breaks into
To
4
jedna
or
się
5 mana
kombi z nowym
spells.
epikiem
Once you
Rogala.
play all 4 of them, Cthulhu gets shuffled into your deck, and he says Battle Cry, deal 30
Nie wiem, o
damage,
co chodzi.
split among all enemies.
cool stuff. So
O co chodzi z tym kodem QR?
QR?
Możesz skopiować ten kod QR i prześlę cię do strony z tym deckiem, możesz skopiować kod deck.
So if you're playing a
Czy
very
deck na
deliberate
kostiumie.
combo deck, now decks like the Cthulhu deck and like the other old god themed decks, I imagine there's other ways that you can take these on, even with Rogue. It kind of play out that way, right? You can really target some cards. Now it's probably pretty difficult to play a spell-starved Rogue deck, but who knows? Though a minion-starved Rogue deck might be possible with all their weapon buffs, I'm thinking.
So our hand was really clunky with these combo cards, but this is a great top deck. It's going to help us activate these combo cards for free,
Wow.
basically.
Wow, Foxy Fraud, that's unbelievable. 2 less cost for the next combo card. Okay, so we play this,
3-2
and
za
then we
0.
Swindle for free, and then we can
Yeah.
Wand Thief.
What the fuck, kurwa, 3-2 za 0.
Shadow Step, got an SI.
Serio?
Sweet.
Let's see what card we're gonna get for Mage here. I'm thinking Learn Draconic is gonna be pretty easy to pull off.
Sure, with these expensive Cthulhu spells.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
let's do it. Let's do it. I don't know if I want to Shadow Step anything right now.
Bo ma ten removal za
You can also
5,
Okay.
throw away the Shadow Step with
za 2.
Yeah.
with our
Jeśli
safety
gra
inspector.
Ketuna i zagra
Is the
tą
Shadow Step in
1,
here to get like crazy
Dostosowuje
mega value off
kartę,
of
której
Cthulhu when we
nie znam
complete him?
taką.
I know I used to do that back in the Whispers of the Old Gods days.
We absolutely can. We don't have to. So one thing that's really interesting about this deck is it's actually a tempo deck. And against maybe slower decks, you actually look for Cthulhu as a win condition. Sometimes you're just tempoing people out and killing them.
Okay. I think I am going to just play this out here. Get rid of the Shadow Step for now. Wait, I can play the Foxy Fraud.
If we learn Draconic, then if we Eye of Cthulhu next turn, we get a lot of progress. It's really clunky this turn. But we can do that turn
Then I
6
have
as
to
well.
weapon. I kind of
Yeah.
like building the board here.
Okay.
I think if we're like a turn late on Learn Draconic, it's okay. I really like actually pushing the board because we see the Priest Holy Novaing. Like, what else are you gonna have? The other Holy Nova? That seems unlikely.
They could have Fairground Fool.
Oh.
So this is a 3-mana 4/3 taunt. that
Ketun,
says
pusta
corrupt.
karta
It's
za
a
1,
1
co
plus
stosowuje,
4.
Malowen Strike za 0.
It's a 3-mana 4/3 taunt. And then when you corrupt it, it becomes
Ale
a
ta
3-mana
karta za 1,
4/7.
co stosowuje ci kartę,
Jesus.
która była w twoim deku na starcie gry.
So it's a Jester, and he becomes all evil.
That doesn't
Co to
seem very
jest?
fair.
4-7.
Yeah, it's a beating. I mean, that's what you get for playing like slow control stuff. Maybe we're against a Yashiraj deck. It's a sort of old god versus old god.
I love the slow missiles. Okay, so we'll do this last so we can buff something that's still on the board. Maybe we get that to 4 or not.
Nice.
I love the slow missiles. So good, so good. You get to savor each one of the little Cthulhu eyeballs.
Kurde, nie zacząłem tej prowokacji, co ona robiła.
So this Heart of Cthulhu hits everything, even our cards. That's probably the least flexible one, given, as you mentioned, that we're playing a tempo deck. I didn't quite
Yeah, it's
catch
a
what
little
he
tough.
played there. What was that?
So that was palm reading. That
3,
was
4, 3
revealed,
taunt, corrupt plus
a little
4
bit
HP.
before. This
Oh, I
is
see.
discover a spell, reduce the cost of all spells in your hand by 1. Which makes me think that they probably are a Yashiraj Corrupt deck. Cost reduction's really great with Corrupt because it makes it easier to corrupt the cards with Corrupt. If they're cheaper, you can play a card that is a little bit more expensive and it'll corrupt easier.
So here I can get rid of the Learn Draconic if I want to draw another card. I feel like a 6/6 might be pretty useful though.
Yeah, we don't have a good way of leveling up that Learn Draconic right now.
Alright, fine. Oh, that
Swindle's
was a good
great.
payoff.
Yeah. We just gotta draw it back maybe. Okay, Malevolent Strike. Ooh, that's stowaway so good because it's gonna draw our last 2 pieces of Cthulhu. Oh no, it'll draw Learn Draconic now.
Oh,
Because it draws
see.
cards that didn't start in our deck. So the 2 pieces of Cthulhu and Learn Draconic. That's interesting.
So Stowaway works on the Cthulhu pieces because the start in your deck trigger is like before the game starts, I guess. So like you have the actual Cthulhu card in your deck, and the split pieces aren't ones that technically start in it. Is that right?
That is correct, yeah. And that's also
I
what's
see.
reducing our Malevolent Strike.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try to get this golem going. It's a really annoying card to get rid of if you're behind on the board.
Here we go.
Let's hope that they don't have the Nameless one. It's a card that silences a minion and gains its
Czy jeżeli
abilities.
zagra się część Ketuna, przydzieli ma counter spellatory, tak?
So we can just wait to draw one more
Ten
Cthulhu
Krasnal
thingy,
może wyciągnąć smoki i sery.
or... Oh, whoa, what's this thing?
Gdyby nie to, że Krasnal
So we
jest
just
do
had 2
roga,
new
smok
cards played
i
against
sery
us.
do
Idol of
druida, to tak.
Yashiraj. This is one of our artifacts of Old Gods. Someone's a 10/10 copy of a minion from your deck. It's usually an 8-cost card, but was reduced with palm reading. And that summoned a 10/10 copy of Blood of Gahoon. Which summons a 5/5 copy of a minion in your deck.
Okay.
So
So-
we do have that Malevolent.
They're both copies then.
Przepraszam, najmocniej.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, I guess we'll just destroy that. I mean, I'm curious.
No
Yeah, I think we
Boże,
should
aż mi z
destroy that and then
mózgu
maybe
ten.
Secret Passage.
Okay.
Still have 5 mana. I don't really want to lose that card for the time being. Shuffle 3 tickets. I don't know if I want to shuffle cards. The thing. What's
I
this?
don't think we want, because we're so close with the Cthulhu.
I see.
I think people at home want to see us get this Cthulhu out, right?
Let's
So let's build to
get
that win
Cthulhu
condition.
going. Let's get. I'm totally with you here. So,
So
now,
if
if we
we-
stow away, it'll draw the last piece and the Learn Draconic, right?
Yeah, or we could wait and we could try and
Fajny
Secret
dorok.
Passage.
Mega mi się
Try and
podoba.
find that last piece, then Stowaway will get us that Cthulhu. because we can't secret passage into Cthulhu because it's 10 mana, but we can.
Oh,
stow
Cthulhu goes
away
back
into
in your
Cthulhu.
deck after you get all the pieces?
Cthulhu's in your deck, yeah.
Okay, that's a little worse than I thought it would be. Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, that is not cool, Chalky.
Hearthstone kurwa 220 jest!
Can destroy a minion.
Siema, zagrałem jedną kartę, wygrałem grę. Yo mordo.
Alright. Alright. Let's see if we can hold
Mordeczko.
on. Well.
We'll just shadow step and play Cthulhu a bunch, right?
Yeah. We might need to do that. So that does 3 to everything.
Surprise inspection.
But those all
There's
just
just secret
reborn.
passage and the next Cthulhu piece is Body of Cthulhu, which is a 6/6 taunt.
Yeah. Let's see
We
if
can
we get
find it.
something worthwhile. We got another stowaway, which
Stowaway's
would draw.
good.
We would keep the draws. Okay. Let me try to think here. So we have the body and we have the other piece and we'll have the stowaway, but we can't play them all in the same turn, so we kind of want to just draw more. This will send the Learn Draconic, but that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
We need to make sure that we live 2 turns to get this Cthulhu out.
Okay. I know I wrote there, but it was lag. Okay, I swear. It was!
I don't even know if we want to throw our taunts into there anyway, because it's keeping us alive. Oh, that
Whoa.
was so gracious of him.
Is Chalky just helping us live our dreams?
I think he's BMing us.
You think so?
I don't know. He is pretty
Okay.
big brain. Maybe
Well,
he's just
I
in
don't
our heads
care.
now.
I care not for this. I only care for
Chyba player
one
troluje.
true Cthulhu old god. Let's go. Okay, so we can stow away to get Cthulhu, and then we just have to not be dead to play him.
Yeah.
Good game plan.
The way you play Stowaway is really interesting. Like, when do you use it? Do you just throw it for those 5-mana spells or for the final piece of Cthulhu? How do you use Ticketmaster with this? Because if you Ticketmaster and shuffle those into your deck and stow away, like that's just really, really good tempo, even if it isn't helping you with the Cthulhu.
Draw 2 cards. They cost health instead of mana.
Oh, Gahun the Blood God.
Wow.
Niedawno niedawno chyba nerfili Alexstrasza,
Smite.
że coś tam za droga, czy coś, znaczy za mocna. Widzę, że nie nauczyli się wiele.
So you can stow away one thief.
Oh, Polly's pretty good. 2 less. Yeah, I guess nothing's really gonna beat Polly, is it?
Yeah, and we can. Oh, we can't prep that out. Okay.
No, we can.
Do we learn Draconic then, Polly?
We can prep Draconic
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and
Okay.
get 4 on it.
Big brain.
Well, big brain. We'll see if there's any spells left in this deck. I don't like. There's not. That could be a very small brain play. I don't know what's in here.
Oh, you hit the Vargoth
Really,
again.
Chucky? This how you're gonna do us the Vargoth res double combo? All right.
Grand Empress. That can maybe find us that Shadow Step. Or we just drop the Cthulhu and go out in style.
What do you mean go out in style? We can win. Just because
With-
it's astronomical doesn't mean it doesn't happen. I thought you've designed this game.
Oh, yeah. All 19 damage going to face. Don't kill any cartoots.
Yeah.
Okay, easy. Slam it.
Should we? I don't know. Are we actually dead if we don't? I don't know.
Actually, I have some evil lighting for our old gods, so give me a heads up.
So many options.
I feel like if I don't and die, it would make everyone so sad. But if I do
Yeah.
it and then lose, it's not that big a deal, right? Okay. Do you have your
Yeah, I
lighting
think we have to
ready?
go for it.
Are you
Okay.
ready? You got it.
We're evil now.
Can I do like a 3, 2, 1 count for your lighting?
I did it.
Oh.
This is my evil lighting. This is as evil as it gets.
Oh. Okay.
Never lucky, dude.
Is there any chance there's another one in the deck? Just by some-
If we play all 4 pieces again, we can get another Cthulhu in the deck. But
Oh,
don't know how we're gonna do that.
okay.
Okay, we Wand Thief. We Potion of Illusion it.
You left it up. I don't think that works with Reborn all that well.
No. We're still dead on board.
Kilek niezły!
Wow, Flick, way to miss. What are those things?
You had one job, Flick.
But yeah, that's not quite enough, is it? Close, but not quite. All right, Chalky, you've bested us this time.
We're 1-1. That's okay. We're 1-1.
What? No, we're not.
We oh my, well, we killed ourselves, Hunter. I count that as a win.
Okay. But by the official numbers, we're like 0-2, but I think we've won the hearts of the people. So really, we're 2-0, right?
The real winning is the friends we make along the way.
Exactly. Now, I do want to do a quick shout out. So we're showing you guys cards here, but if you want to see the cards in full detail, some of the cards that we haven't even played with yet, they're already up. Okay, go to playhearthstone.com/cards. If you can't wait, that's where you go. Okay, but if you can wait, just one at a time. What do we got here? All right, Foxy Fraud. We did play that. Very nice.
Yeah.
We did not play the Sweet Tooth, though. It's a 2-cost 3/2 Corrupt, gain 2 attack and stealth. It's a 5/2 stealth. Man, these Corrupt cards are really strong. What was kind of the idea behind these Corrupt cards? Was it just to kind of balance out mid-range decks a lot more? Because that was my favorite part about Whispers of the Old Gods. Just you could play almost any kind of mid-range back in those days.
Yeah, whenever we think about a new keyword, we want something that drives you to play differently. So with Spellburst, we had something that says, hey, throw more spells in your deck. Most of them work really well with small spells. So Corrupt, yeah, it makes you build the deck very differently. You get a little bit greedier, right? Slows down the metagame a bit, which is just nice to see. Keywords affect the way you play the game, and there's a really fun puzzle to these.
We saw Swindle, fantastic card draw, love that. And the Safety Inspector, and again, Safety Inspector is not a rogue card, it is a neutral card. So you can, maybe figure out a more creative way to play this than we even managed to do with the card generation and the 0 costs.
I love the art in this one. The roller coaster's like falling apart behind him. Just like, yeah, no, this is up to code.
Well, in this universe anyway, code is,
It's Goblin code.
Up to interpretation. All right, so we played against Priest, I believe. Yes, Priest cards. Insight, draw a minion, corrupt, reduces cost by 2. We did not see this one. That seems pretty good. Again, it's a very targeted draw, and the cost reduction enables some crazy combos. I'm sure there's already someone feverishly typing up a Reddit post about what you can do to get rank 1 legend right now. But are there any specific ones that go into kind of the design? But is there a reason why it's 2 and not 1 or 3?
Yeah, it kind of just makes itself free because you're spending 2 mana on the insight. It works really well with the more expensive corrupt cards. Like I was saying before, if they're cheaper, they're easier to corrupt. You can go really dreamy with Carnival Clown, Circus Clown. which is the 9 mana corrupt card, and he fills the board with taunt minions. So that's a sweet sort of combo between those two cards.
Yeah, and we actually got a huge showcase of the corrupt mechanic in that match through the Fairground Fool. I mean, when you look at the card, you have this like automatic reaction to stats. It's like 3 mana 4/3. Oh no! But then it's like the corrupt, the 4 hill. It's a 3 mana 4/7 taunt. If you can corrupt it, that's unbelievable. Like that shut down all of our tempo in that last game. Like if you didn't have that card, there actually was a good chance Cthulhu would have killed him. Like I think we would have done a lot of repeat damage up until that point in the game. And Blood of Goon and Goon the Blood God. Am I pronouncing that right?
Gahoon.
Gahoon. I see.
Yeah. They're, you know what, old gods, they're sort of creepy, mysterious figures, and they're so mysterious. It's hard to even pronounce their names.
Yeah. Is there like a old god dictionary that like Blizzard just refers to, and it's like is there like a standard?
I think it would probably contradict itself even.
Waligura, mam jedną prośbę.
Well, when it's
Przestań
Blood
narzekać, bo
Gahoon,
mam
it's
dość
Blood
czytania
Gahoon.
takiego
No, it's
narzekania.
Gahoon, the blood god, it's Gahoon.
Yeah, very strong stuff. It's very interesting to see Priest use a health as a resource, literally, with Gahoon the Blood God. Yeah, we have to see what that's like. And again, I think that's a card that's going to be fantastic in duels. Like you really have to think about it when you're playing duels. It's all about getting the high roll in those last few matches. And if you start with 40 health, you know, paying health for mana, that's a pretty sweet deal. You know, there's almost no drawback at this stage. Anyway, more gameplay. We're gonna head into a match where we're picking up Shaman. All right. Let's see.
Shaman. Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, so we're against Warlock, and this is the new N'Zoth hero. A bunch of new cards.
Battle Cry, draw a weapon. 2 for a 2/2, very nice. Revolve, transform all minions into random ones with the same cost. Oh, it's all minions. It's not just yours. I see. I'm
So we had
this is just
Evolve.
a lame evolve.
Yeah, we had Evolve, which transformed your minions, Devolve, which transformed your opponent's minions. Now we have Revolve, which transforms all minions.
That's fantastic. Is it like all these crazy new cards? Is like, man, I need more silence.
Tak
I need more
jest
silence.
trochę.
This is what you've been wanting. We have
Oby Shaman
Inara,
dostał coś
Storm
dobrego.
Crash.
Szaman
On your
dostał
turn, your hero has
enchantment
+2 attack and
build.
Fury. Wow, it seems insane.
W sensie
We
build
know
na
this already.
broni,
What do
że
we do?
będzie atakował
Probably don't
teraz
need Revolve
dużo.
this early.
Yeah, Mulligan, Storm Crash, and Revolve.
No, we're not money. That's a new legendary.
Okay, that's fine.
We're already down 0-2. The best we can do is end up 2-2. So really, we're no longer competing for the actual winning part. Okay, we're just competing for the hearts of the people watching. That's it. All right, what do we got? Storm Strike. Deal 3 damage to a minion. Give your hero +3 attack this turn. Wow. Again, fantastic.
Imo
Well,
elementów.
Flame Imp. Yeah, I think Cage Match would be a great card.
All right, let's do it.
2-2. Za 2.
Maybe we
Draw
get a
card.
new weapon.
Not bad.
Oh, look at that. What's this? Whack-a-Knoll Hammer. After your hero attacks, give a random friendly minion +1/+1. So this is stuff on the board. It's pretty easy to trigger. You're playing Shaman, right? You have totems in the very worst case. Let's see here.
So I think we Primordial Studies here.
Yeah, let's see what
Let's
we
see
get.
what we got.
I mean, you just always
Lady
pick one.
Vash.
Yeah.
Lady Vash, very nice. And Lady Vash, very nice.
So
All right.
Whack-a-Knoll is a mini game in World of Warcraft at the Darkmoon Faire.
Oh, is it?
when we pitched the expansion to the various game directors of Hearthstone, we had a slide that was like example card names. And I remember Whack-a-Knoll Hammer being on there as like, hey, this is the sort of weapon we would make. We didn't have actually a design tied to it. It was just, here are the sorts of ideas that we would see at the Darkmoon Faire.
All right. This sets up a pretty weird situation where I don't really know what to play. I guess we'll do Lady Vash and the Custodian.
Yes, why don't we Custodian first? So we don't get yelled at by chat.
Oh. Well, the truth is, I don't. Okay, even if I could, which I can't. Even if I could, I wouldn't really want to overload next turn. So I don't want to play the Tempest because I want to play Inara. I feel like Inara literally you are the Doomhammer.
Yeah.
Patrzcie na obrazek.
Inara also stacks with Doomhammer,
Jakiś
right?
kurwa dwór lecący jak
Three attack
ten
weapon.
Bruce Lee.
I'm thinking once we drop Inara, if Chalky doesn't have some kind of spell removal, then we might actually just run away with the game off of it. Plus, it's new, right? This is important.
Yeah. And one thing that we've been talking about is trying to like build on story in Hearthstone. We've been trying to represent our legendary minions in art. So we see Inara Stormcrash there, and then in Stormstrike, she's the one casting that spell.
I see. Okay. Oh, I haven't seen anything new from Chalky. We're seeing very, very zooey, normal things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's a new card. It's gonna be
So it's a
pain.
2-cost. You just had the discount because of Kennerthod. It's normally a 2-cost, 1/5 Taunted Demon. This seems pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are we going with this? I don't want to overload. That's the thing. I don't want to overload.
So we can Stormstrike the 5/3 to deal 4 damage to it, and then swing with our face and Vaj on the 1/5, or the I guess we use the Custodian.
No, this does the trick just fine.
Yeah.
So we have 3 attack, and we want our minions to survive
Or
on
we
the
just
board
lightning.
the best they
Oh.
can.
Mhm.
Okay. So if Inara stays alive, we're gonna have a 4 attack Mega Wind Fury? Doomhammer?
It's not Mega Wind Fury, but we do have 4
Ah.
attack. So maybe we do the Whack-A-Null Hammer instead, and then we do 10 damage.
Oh.
And we get both
Oh.
+1/+1 procs immediately.
Yeah, maybe we do that. Okay. That sounds like a better maybe situation than my maybe situation. Alright, what kind of demons is Chalky Buffy? Is there like a new card that's just gonna blow us away here that I don't know about? Okay, there's 2 cards left and he
he's
keeps
playing-
buffing cards in his hand.
Yeah. He's playing Demon Zoo. There are some new demons that we're gonna see. Maybe we can kill him before we see those.
Okay, I think the best way to do this is just to eat the face damage. Again, to just have the most health and minions that we possibly can on the board.
W sumie ta karta to jest za 5, 4 na 5
So yeah,
dodaje
this
4
will hit him for
damage'u.
10 with our 2, and then we have
Not
the
bad.
lightning bolt with the spell damage. So like, Chalky better do something quick. Okay, otherwise this is gonna be a short one.
I'm terrified. Oh, Ring Matron.
Death Rattle summons imps. It's a demon. It's a 6-cost, 6/4 taunt. It's a very aggressive card, huh? What do we get?
Tak jest...
Oh yeah, okay. Gyro. If you play an elemental last turn, deal 3 damage. Is it lethal here? I mean, do we care? 4. Would a totem help? Sure. Let's see if a totem might help. We did not get spell damage, but we got nice taunt cards, and I believe
So we
I
want to
have
attack
10.
first. We
Oh
wanna
yeah,
attack
we
their
want
hero
to attack
'cause of the
first
buffs.
because
Oh, it didn't make a
a random
difference.
card. No, this is better because if you actually play badly and kill your opponent anyway, you win the hearts of the viewers. You
Right.
see?
We're
It's
getting
very
back
consistent.
at him. We're getting back at him for when he Plague of Death his board and then killed us after.
Revolve, draw
Yes,
a
yes.
weapon,
He was trying to win. He's trying to win the hearts of the viewers.
Speedmaster.
Sorry,
Mhm.
sorry. We're gonna have to
Cool.
one up that. All right. shout out again, if you guys are just tuning in, the QR code above me. This is one that you can
Za
scan and it'll take
3-1-2
the
plus
decks, or
3-2.
the specific shaman deck. This one, it'll refresh on the next deck, and it'll put it in the Play Hearthstone deck
Skorup...
builder, so
to
you can see
słabe
what
jest
the
chyba.
deck is. You can import that
Wiem.
into the game if you want to play it.
Dodaj
when
3 do
Madness of Darkmoon Faire
miniona.
is out.
Daj 3.
All right, cards. We did see all these except Pitmaster. It looks like. What is this? 3 for a 1/2.
Yes. So Pitmaster's a great card with Revolve, right? You've got a really wide board to revolve, and it's also pretty interesting in Quest Shaman, where you're doubling your battle cries. So you kind of corrupt him and then double that battle cry, and suddenly you're making 4 3/2s and a 1/2.
Yeah, out of these cards, I think the biggest standout for me is Revolve.
Herbatki?
I mean, it's hard to think that this card won't be played in like every shaman deck from now on. But it's also, it doesn't seem like it's going to be like a card people are going to complain about or anything. It's just like a fair way to mellow out and silence things while not actually silencing them in true Hearthstone nature of randomness.
Yeah, it's really interesting with like how it can play to your strategies and also how it interacts with the opponent. We got it in our opening hand and it just didn't fit right because we had a lot of burn that we ended up doing. But there's definitely situations for it.
And I'll do a shout out to, again, the fellow Duels players. I think Cage Match Custodian is a card you're going to want to watch out for. You might hit some elemental synergy. You have the battle cry effect. And it's not just drawing a weapon. A lot of treasures in Duels just are weapons. And drawing treasures is like kind of how you win for the most part in Duels. All right, let's see. Out of the Warlock cards, I believe we only saw one new one. It was trying to do something, and we saw two of them. We saw the Ring Matron right at the end there. Pretty cool card, an aggressive taunt. There's not many of these that exist, huh? But
yeah,
pretty value.
One interesting thing is when we record VO, we'll bring in a voice actor, and they'll do multiple characters. So Matt Mercer actually plays Rexar in our game, and Matt Mercer is a very popular voice actor. We had a little bit of extra time left over, so we wanted to throw him one character from the Darkmoon Faire to play very quickly, something simple. And he played the token, the imp token that's summoned from this. So I always find it funny that's like, yeah, Matt Mercer's in the Darkmoon Faire. What does he play? Well, he plays an imp that gets spawned.
Okay, well that'll certainly give some more appreciation of that card. But yeah, it looks like a very solid card. Just the taunt is the wild card. I mean, in a way, it's very similar to Highmane. Hunters have their beasts, warlocks have their demons. Just the taunt aspect.
Za 3 na 4 demon.
Okay.
Daj demonowi 3 do ataku i lifesteal.
Maniac, cool card just to stall it out. I think at a base it's not all that powerful, but any kind of buffs you give this and it's super powerful.
Za 3 dobierz 2 stronników, jeżeli obaj są demonami, zredukuj ich koszt o 2.
Free admission, we did not see this card. Draw 2 minions. If they're both demons, reduce their cost by 2.
Dobierz 2 karty za plus 1 many.
Some demon synergy.
Yeah, that's great for getting your Ring Matron out early, right? Turn 4. That's some tempo.
And Munari Mosher, 3 for a 3/4, also a demon. Give a friendly demon +3 attack and life steal this turn. That life steal is huge.
Ja grałem dużo duelsów.
It's pretty hard to heal as a warlock, and usually when you're playing like a more zoo tempo style warlock, you just forget about the healing aspect altogether. But it can be very valuable in fueling your card draw later on because the nature of warlocks.
Yeah, you're playing Flame Imp. You're returning those Flame Imps back to your hand with Raised Dead, and you end up taking a lot of damage to face. You can't really life tap. At some point, you're like, I'm just too low. So this sort of helps you come back from all that aggressive self-damaging.
All right, awesome. We're going to get into our final game here. I have to tell you, I'm pretty excited about this one. The name of this deck, which again, I don't know a single card in these decks beforehand. The name of this deck is Spin the Wheel of Yogg-Saron.
Great, we have a Yogg deck. Okay.
Excellent. Oh, whoa. 2 elemental allies.
Cool. We have some elemental stuff going on. So I think we want to keep 1 elemental allies.
You think?
Dopiero się zaczęło?
We don't have any elementals.
No, tak dopiero jedynie godzinka streamu.
We don't. I'm guessing that this deck has a lot of elementals in it.
Or Chaki's a big troll. Okay.
I guess I
Let's take it
I
on
was thinking
faith.
we'd get rid of the primordial studies as well.
Oh, well, Primordial can give you elementals.
Okay.
My favorite selection from whoa. What?
Yeah, so there's Grand Finale, which was revealed recently, which is summoning a bunch of 8/8s, 8/8 elementals, and this is gonna give them rush.
True. Okay. Fine. Let's do the studies because it's not like we have an elemental to play.
Azure Explorer probably. yeah.
Why not? Why not?
So there's a single elemental that can help us complete this elemental allies by itself, which is why with this deck you're usually like hard mulliganing pieces.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Oh, here it is.
Is it this one?
Yep.
Should we just play it for tempo? I mean, it should be because we got 2 of them, right? Add 2
Yeah, we
1/2
can.
sugar elementals to your hand. We have to play 2 in a row, but if we play that now, we kind of lose the turn, which kind of sucks. Let's just go for it. Okay. Is he a cake? Is this a cake
He's ice
cyclone?
cream. It's just generic desserts, I guess. Whatever dessert you want it to be. This is candy.
Nie było jakiejś takiej karty, co
candy
dawała
floss or
elementale?
cotton candy.
All right. What do we got here?
A, Firefly jest za 1, 2, daj 1,
Randomly
2 do
split
ręki.
across all enemies.
A tu jest za 2, 3, 2, daj 2,
Some of these
1,
artifacts
2
of
do
old
ręki.
gods we've been talking about.
Not particularly good against cards like
Aha.
Hammersmith, but
It's not.
all right.
A, no i za 3, 2, 3, co dawała
I
na
hate
dewrotną,
leaving an
no
Armorsmith
faktycznie.
up, but like I don't know. I kind of want to get this thing going here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. It's not the best play ever, but from my understanding, it's not about getting your opponent's health to 0. It's about playing Yogg. So let's do that.
Yeah, we want those spells.
Yes.
And as we pull more spells out of our deck, the chances of drawing Yogg becomes higher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, card draw is a very interesting thing, especially targeted card draw. If you have so much targeted card draw, because remember, this deck has 2 elemental allies, that's 6 spells pulled out of the deck. You have targeted card draw, even if it's
Czy wiem, o
not what
której
you're
wychodzi
looking
nowy
for,
system progresji?
It's
Pewnie o
that
19 jak zawsze.
the odds go up.
Zazwyczaj patrzę do Hearthstone'a, są o 19, więc strzelam, że o 19.
Sky Raider, Armorsmith. Okay, it's probably very good that we did that 3 damage to the Armorsmith. This is a new card this expansion. After your hero attacks, give a mech, dragon, and pirate in your hand, +1/+1. It's kind of like you're playing Battlegrounds, but not really.
Yeah, we're against the Zoth then, probably.
Ah, that's true. I think we just do this and the. Oh no, we can do the
I
elemental
think we
first,
sugar
right?
first, yeah.
Yeah, so we can see what spells we get because they might change our options. Cram Session, Evocation, Grand Finale. Summon an 80 elemental repeat for each elemental you played. Oh, last turn. Oh.
Last turn. So that's also great with Confection Cyclone. 1 card can ramp that 3. So then you have 4 8/8s the next turn. You have a bit like you
Zbalansowana
said, to your
karta
opponent,
za
yeah, go for
8
a
przy
big
drzwi,
Grand Finale.
5,
There's
8,
some
8 na
counterplay there.
przykład.
Your opponent can set up to counter it.
You're holding a dragon. Is there any chance we will be?
I doubt it. I think we want
I
to Vix
doubt
for
it,
him.
yeah.
We're an elemental deck.
Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the Armorsmith before any kind of shenanigans happens. and
Dałoby
it
radę
doesn't
wyższą
die
jakość
off the-
streamu?
Off its 1 health.
No ale
and
jest
these
standardowa
cards
jakość
can
na
get
Twitchu,
really
więc
big.
co mam zwiększyć?
Yeah, it can be if you like
Plus
really
9,
build
plus
into
9.
it.
Może ty sobie zwiększ
Plus
jakość
9.
streamu, bo może ci się przestawiła na jakąś niższą.
Oh boy. Ringmaster Watley. He basically draws the requirement of the baton. Oh, it's his baton, I guess.
Yes, yeah. So this is more when I was talking about like, hey, we have characters and then we want spells of those legendary characters. We have a character and then we have a weapon. That's his weapon.
So I can
That's a
do
great
3.
pass. Hmm.
That's spell damage plus 2. It's hard to get more value than that, but we also can do the cram session. It's hard to get more value than that for the
Yeah,
cram
we don't
session.
really
I can
have
actually
room
get...
for that. I guess if we do Ray of Frost.
What to do? What to do?
Yeah, it's pretty hard to find the room, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. He is forced to remove it. We do the damage.
Dziwne zagranie.
So he might Tent Trasher?
What's that?
He might throw
U
down a
mnie
Tent
jest na
Trasher
auto,
here
a
as
patrzę na
removal.
wybór, jest
That's that
360 i
5/5 dragon with
360.
rush. Costs 1 less
Oh.
for each minion type you control.
We do have the phrase to kind of stall out if he pushes for a big board right away. And phrase we don't exactly have a stall out clear if he pushes for a big
To nie moja
not
wina.
exactly. But
A chwilę, bo ja to pokazałem
when is spell generation mage an exact science?
pod kamerą.
Yeah, we definitely want some elementals in hand for the grand finale, but we also need to play around Brawl. Ooh,
5
Minefield.
damage split across all minions. That's for 2. Wow, that's very nice.
Za 2, 5 damage'u. Akurat się przyda do niszczenia nowych OP kart.
And 2/1/1 rushes. That's the death rattle effect. So he gets more rushes. And the bump
Everybody
itself is
rush,
a
rush,
mech.
rush, rush.
That's
It's a
relevant
mech,
because
yeah.
it's got all those menagerie buffs coming off of the rest of the cards.
But the riders aren't mechs.
Będzie zapis na kanale, tak?
I think I'm gonna just draw here. So I can
Okay.
do spell damage, draw 3, which replenishes the hand pretty well. We play an
There's
elemental
one
last turn.
elemental. There's
is
2
an elemental, right?
elementals.
Oh no, the
Mimo te elementale w
big
tym
boy's
decku to
an
tak na
elemental.
siłę trochę włożono. W ogóle nie
Actually
potrzebuję
don't have an
niczego.
elemental. Played this turn.
Kurde, w ogóle jakie combo.
Alright. Slowly we'll get there. 15 cards left in the deck. If we draw them all and play 10 spells, then what is it, 5% of the time someone dies?
5% of the time, yeah. I think I was
5% of the
actually
time happens every
playing-
time.
I was playing this deck recently, Elemental Mage, and I BM'd. I was just playtesting against AI. And I BM'd them because I wanted to Yogg, and the Yogg killed me with Rod of Roasting.
How good do you feel about just nuking him for 10 here?
I also really want to set up for a grand finale. Because even if they brawl, they still have an 8/8 to deal with. I know it means that Gyreworm and Mana Cyclone don't really get their full value, but they make an 8/8. Like, deal 3 damage, make an 8/8.
Ja bym tam walił zadychę.
I can try to just, play both elementals just for the sake of playing them. My hand is pretty packed right now. We have Evocation, but I think I would still want to save the Sorcerer Apprentice for an
I
Evocation
think,
turn if I
yeah,
do
I
that.
think we want to save that.
Alright, so let's just dunk it. So, if Chalky knows about this card, and I imagine he does because he is a
Yeah.
card designer, yes, so most likely he can tell there's a bunch of 8/8s coming next turn. Alright. Well, little does he know it's going to have to come twice over in the next few turns.
Right, and we can just draw another Confection Cyclone and set up for another one.
He can't fall too far behind. Oh, whoa, what's this? Okay, there's no way that's the actual card. What are the base stats on this thing?
Yeah, so that's I want to say 4 mana, 2/4,
2/5 maybe?
2/5. Yeah, okay, 4 mana, 2/5. That was a card where I think we made a slight change in its stats pretty late.
We have a mana giant, which is an elemental, fortunately. Yeah, I can't tell if it has 2 or 3 buffs. But in either case, it's still a taunt and you still get a 4/2 sword.
Chyba
And one
takie
thing I
jakby
really
trochę
like
dobre.
about, you know I play Control Warrior a lot. One thing I really like about Control Warrior is you always have to balance cards based on their effect, but also on their overall like value, because Control Warrior is not like Galakron Priest. You can't just make it up as you go along and never run out of cards. You're usually going to run out of cards. So I really like that the duality here. Like, even if this had like almost no stats, it would still be a pretty good weapon and a taunt card, which is very good in the toolkit.
One thing that's interesting about the N'Zoth Warrior, or just Menagerie Warrior, is there's like an aggressive version. Ooh, new card. Circus Amalgam. It's a 4
Coming to a
4/5
battlegrounds near
taunt.
you, right?
I think we're gonna still keep like Amalgam around the tier 6 because of the things we can do with it. We've learned
Makes
our
sense.
lesson.
Makes sense.
But Menagerie Warrior, it can be like pretty fast or it can be much slower. And the Pirate is a great option for maybe a slower Menagerie deck. Sword Eater.
This is potentially a lot of damage.
Sorcerer's Ray of Frost, Ray of Frost, Ray of Frost, Ray of Frost. Mask of Cthulhu? Maybe we start with the Mask of Cthulhu?
No, I'm not playing Mask of Doom.
Nowy subskrybent. Adrik podkreślenie plac. Witamy
Think this is
serdecznie.
lethal.
Plac. Dzień dobry, witam bardzo serdecznie,
With
dziękuję za
Mask of
subeczka.
Cthulhu, that's lethal.
Siemandereczko.
Oh, this is, I guess, another lethal.
Is it?
Yeah, this is still lethal, I'm pretty sure.
I hope so.
No, chyba nie bardzo lethal.
It's not. Never mind.
Oh no, it's one off.
Do we evocation for it?
Easy, happens every time. Oh no, I don't have enough. Oh, I do have enough. Oh god, it is actually lagged because I'm playing on a network here. Oh,
We did it!
Yes!
We did it! Woo!
Oh wait, no, we lost.
stressful.
We didn't play Yogg. Ah, darn it. That's a loss. That's a disqualification. Disqualification.
So we're 2-2 then, because Cthulhu was a win. Playing the
That's
Cthulhu was a
true.
win.
That's true. Okay. All right. We'll settle it at that. All right. So we got a few more cards to show here. Actually, no. It's actually just the three new cards. The Confection Cyclone, very cool themed card. We didn't really get a chance to play the Mask of Cthulhu because everything you played just had too much health to like be bothered to play it. Gyreworm, very nice. Do you expect we're going to see a lot of Gyreworm? Because it's a neutral elemental that seems pretty strong.
It's a very powerful elemental piece. I think it's pretty great in Mage because you've got Confection Cyclone. You can just make that condition be active for many turns, right? Shaman, we also were running it. There's there's not as many elementals in it, or at least not as flexible pieces like Confection Cyclone.
Okay, what else we got? Warrior cards. We saw a few, but I just want
Jaka
to
karta
confirm some
zadawała
of the
3
stats
razy
here.
3 za 7?
So stage dive, we didn't see this one. Draw a rush minion, and the corrupt gives it +2/+1. That's pretty interesting because like corrupt is always going to be relative to the base mana cost of the card. You just play something more than it. It's pretty easy to play something that costs more than 1, right? So the corrupt is kind of a given here.
A,
Like, if you're not
Greater
corrupting this, you're
Alchemist,
just
okej,
in full top
faktycznie.
deck or
Zapomniałem.
desperation mode. You're just
Exactly.
gonna get that otherwise.
Yeah.
The bumper car, very cool. It's also a mech, very important that it is a mech. Minefield, super good removal.
Yeah, so
Stagehand.
Minefield. Okay, yeah, let's talk Stagehand. We'll go back to that.
Sure. What do we got on Stagehand?
2 mana, 3/2. Battlecry, give a minion in your hand +1/+1. It's a mech. So if you're running like an aggressive Menagerie deck, just a good piece. Or if you want to, you buff it a little bit, get it on board. It's a 2 mana 4/3 with like that's slightly delayed. So it's a pretty flexible piece.
Mm-hmm. You have
So,
Minefield. You had some insight on Minefield.
Minefield was our very last redesign. Minefield was 1 mana, shuffle 2 bombs into your opponent's deck. And one of the reasons we like that is when we're designing for the last set of the year, we look at cards from Year of the Dragon and we say, hey, what's an archetype that we can revisit and give like one last hurrah before it rotates out of standard, and give it one last push to be seen in the metagame and then rotate away. But, time passes after you design a card, and Bomb Warrior started seeing play again. We're going, okay, well, if the goal of this card is to bring back a deck that wasn't seeing much play, and it's already seeing play. We should change that card. So we changed it to something where we're like, we have a pretty good idea of how this is going to play out. It's relatively simple, right?
And they have the little steam tanks on the minefield too, I just noticed. Very nice.
Yeah.
The Sword Eater was the card that we didn't quite know for sure how many times it was getting buffs. It's a 4-cost 2/5 Taunted Pirate with a, let's just call it a Fiery War Axe. Fiery War
Yeah,
Sword.
I think it's Regurgitated Sword or Jawbreaker. Okay. One of those two.
Very, very strong card. And the Amalgam. Oh, man. Someone called Chillwin Yeti. He's crying.
Amalgam's huge for N'Zoth. I think it's going to be pretty core to a lot of N'Zoth decks.
Now, do you think that if N'Zoth deck becomes maybe a bit too popular, our little crab boy might come in and settle the score once again?
That would be awesome, yeah. That'd be
Not
great.
if you're playing N'Zoth decks. Whoa.
I mean, any meta with the crab is good, I think.
I'm glad the devs agree, guys, aren't you? All right, so here's what's up. If you guys have been keeping count, we're not at 135 yet. Okay, like this expansion is 135 cards. We got like, I don't know, like 40-something, 50-something up until today's stream, which I hope you guys have enjoyed very much, by the way. Thank you for watching. We showed off a lot of them, but not quite all of them. If you guys want to see a few more cards being revealed, it's going to be the last batch, the very last batch. You can get to deck building and all that. You can even do it on their website directly. You can check out the cards, playhearthstone.com/cards. And with that said, maybe we can get a final few last words from Chris. What's up, Chris?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I gotta say, on the sidelines, I was praying to the old gods. I was like, please, can we spin the wheel of Yogg-Saron? We didn't get to. But we did get to Assemble Cthulhu, which was pretty rad. And I loved how Chalky did the Ultra BM with the Plague of Death on his own cards, and then just Archmage Vargot, like the mass reses were, I was like, okay, Chalky, we get it. You're going to let us play Cthulhu, and then you're going to punch us in the face. It's okay. So how did you guys feel? Crip, how did you feel about this brand new expansion, the theme, the set, the keywords, all the new stuff?
Oh, it's great. I hope the pacing keeps up. The players are going to do their darndest to push against the control and the mid-range decks with their aggro decks. I'm sure we're going to get the full spectrum, but I hope I can play semi-competitively the pacing of the old gods decks that I love so much that I played today. I hope I can play that on ladder in the next few weeks. But yeah, I guess we'll get a taste tomorrow, and we'll get to see how it actually goes down on the 17th.
Absolutely. Yeah, and John, you provided some really cool insight into some of the cards and, the design history of some of them, how they were changed over time. So some really cool stuff. Did you have any final notes that you wanted to add before we close up here about the new set?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the set coming out. I'll be on ladder, crushing people with the old gods. I also am really excited for that the deck theory crafting. I'll be submitting some of my own decks of Ragers and Ogres for maybe Crypt to play.
I'm sure we're going to get a lot of meme submissions, okay? Like, you remember, it's the community that votes the decks that are being played. Your very well-curved aggro deck is not necessarily going to make it.
This is quite true. Yeah. So, well, yeah. So just to recap a couple things we talked about in the beginning and some of the stuff that we're kind of joking about here at the end. But so starting today, literally right now, it should be getting posted any minute. We've got that Reddit theory crafting live stream deck list submission contest. That's a lot of words there. You submit the decks that you want to see your favorite content creators play. Top 20 most upvoted decks not only get a mega bundle, but get to see their deck played live by their favorite content creators on stream. It's going to be great. So definitely do that. And then tomorrow, again, that's Theory Crafting live streams. It's when you'll get to see those top 20 decks played. We'll have Twitch drops. The pre-launch party kicks off. We're going to have mega bundle codes coming at you from left and right throughout the weekend. It's going to be really good. Gifted subs on your favorite creator channels. Tomorrow, we've also got Whispers of the Old Gods joining the fray with duels. We've got progression and achievements launching. I mean, there's so much. And then obviously November 17th is kind of a big deal. We got the Madness at the Darkmoon Faire expansion coming live at you, and then those duels changes that we talked about with Hero Powers treasures and sets and whatnot, and heroic mode. So lots of really cool things coming at you. We hope you're just as excited as we are. Thank you so much, as always, for joining us for yet another Card Reveal live stream. We love you all. We hope you continue to stay safe and enjoy the madness at the Darkmoon Faire coming at you soon. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody.
O kurde, jaka animacja! Trochę się tak nienaturalnie rusza.